Okay, greetings to you all. Hope you can all see me and hear me well. So far we have just 4 of you online, and yeah, I would like to just kick off from here because we don't have much time. It's already 5 minutes. I usually go for 5 minutes before I start. So yeah, we'll move on to start our class today. And as we know, we've been seeing ways of how we can craft our career in sound design for theater, but this doesn't mean that it only stops at sound design for theater. You can still use the same knowledge and skills to design sound for film. Use some other information that you've gained to run shows during recordings, to run shows as artists, to do sound design for games, radio dramas, and so on. And I hope that we've all been able to learn a thing or two or zillion things during this period of the 10 classes. This marks the 10th class. We would have actually wrapped last week, but we had a week where we had issues and we couldn't go ahead with our class. Been trying to buy some more time to get a few people on, but yeah, I think I'll just kickstart. The quorum that we have is already enough. Welcome to the final class of our sound design class. Today we'll focus on building your career, from enhancing your skills to marketing yourself and maintaining ethical practices. Let's prepare you for the next big step in your journey as a sound engineer. We've covered quite a lot of stuff, but for today, we'll start with reviewing your sound projects, each of your projects. Then we'll reflect on knowledge and skills we have developed over the course. And I would like that we really take on the interactive module of us interacting, not just me being on the side. This is going to be really interactive. We'll explore tools and strategies for career building, and also discuss ethics and integrity as essential traits for success. Sometimes we forget about that, and it really affects us big time when it comes to how we navigate our careers. Ethics and integrity is really key. We'll go straight into let's go straight into your classes. Okay. Hope you can see my screen. I'm going to start with Esther's radio drama. And boom.
Tonga amafuta go gaweddemu.
I'm sorry, madam. First get off the board and I shake the fuel in the reserve tank.
And we have just passed a petrol station. I don't understand you border men.
Nyabo, ebintu bivaawo. Naye tofaayo tuli mu kugenda.
I don't have time for this. What a sentezo.
But this is just 2,000 shillings. We agreed for.
4? Don't be funny. Is this my final destination?
Nyabo, linda wakatono. Let me shake the fuel out of the reserve tank and we go.
I told her I was going to leave a bar, not the roadside. Ne mikwano gyange ginninze oli wano malira budde. Boda! Boda! Essebo ntwala ku Liverba.
Okay, that's it from Esther. Yeah, she recorded a mix of English and Luganda, which is a dialect here in Uganda by the Baganda. Yeah, it's thanks for the recording. It's a nice recording and the mix. Yeah, well played with the effects and the music in the background to at least we can tell where you are, the location, and so on. So we will. I'm going to move on to the other person, and then yeah, the next person is Galagre, and here she did something different from the rest of us. So I'm going to play the 4 clips that were shared. Okay.
Can you live without the internet? What is this going on? We started. Like everybody's saying, why is the internet turned off? What we are going to do next day? Where the world is going on? Is this the world war free? I have a 50 battery. How long it will take? When the electricity will be back? When will be the internet back? We are all confused. When this music will stop as well. If electricity stops, this music will stop soon.
Okay, that's one. I'll play the second one, still from Gara.
Can I survive? Can I survive on 10% of battery? Can we work like this without electricity? Can we survive on 10% of battery? That is my question. This is our last source. I'm scared.
Yeah, that's the second one, and I'm playing the third clip that I received.
Can I survive? Can I survive on 10% of battery? Can we work like this without electricity? Can we survive on 10% of battery? That is my question. This is our last source. I'm scared.
And that's the third. I'll play the last clip that I received from Gala, and
It's a new day. The internet is not working, but it's a great day and I decided literally last night I took a food. I'm really feeling better. Like this is the first day that I didn't even touch the empty telephone, and I'm thinking of going out in the nature. Okay. It's all about nature. I have to be in contact with nature.
okay, that's it from Gara. We'll now move to Gloria Tessa.
Don't tell me your border has run out of fuel.
I'm sorry, madam. You get off the border and I shut the fuel out of the reserve tank.
And we just passed by the petrol station. I just don't understand you border men.
Madam, things happen. But don't worry, we are going.
I don't have time for this. Here. Have your money.
But this is just 2,000 shillings. We agreed 4.
4? Don't be funny. Is this my final destination? I told you I was going to leave a bar, not the roadside.
Madam, you wait a little. Let me shake the fuel out of the reserve tank and we go.
My friends are waiting for me. Border! Border! Twala Kowad.
Okay. Next is Jashna.
Don't tell me that your boda has run out of fuel.
I'm sorry, madam. You get off the border, and I shake the fuel in the reserve tank.
And we just passed by a petrol station. I just don't understand you, boda man.
Madam, things happen. But don't worry, we're going.
I don't have time for this. Here, have your money.
But this is just 2,000 shillings. We agreed 4.
4? Don't be funny. Is this my final destination? I told you I was going to leave a bar, not the roadside.
Madam, you wait for a little. Let me shake the fuel out of the reserve tank, and we go.
My friends are waiting for me. Boda! Boda! Take me to the liver bar.
Okay, that was Jashna. We're now moving to Giovanna.
Don't tell me that your boda has run out of fuel. I'm sorry, madame. You get off the boda and I shake the fuel in the reserve tank. And we just passed by a petrol station. I just don't understand you, boda man. Madame, things happened, but don't worry. We are going. I don't have time for this. Here, have your money. But this is just 2,000 shillings. We agreed on 4. 4? Don't be funny. Is this my final destination? Told you I was going to leave a bar, not the roadside. Madame, you wait for a little. Let me shake the fuel out of the reserve tank and we go. My friends are waiting for me. Boda! Boda! Take me to leave a bar.
Okay, thank you. Thanks to all of you that like whose works I've played so far. You're all doing really well, from Esther, Gala, Gloria, Jashna, Giovanna. You're all doing really well, and yeah, we'll dive in to do proper analysis on the works. But yeah, so far so good. Now we are moving to Mabel.
Don't tell me that your boda has run out of fuel.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm sorry. You get off the border. I checked the fuel in the reserve tank.
And we just bypassed a petrol station. I just want to understand you, boda man.
Madam, what is happening? But we are going.
I don't have time for this. Here, have your money.
But this is just 2,000. We agreed for.
4? Don't be funny. Is this my final destination? I told you I was going to leave a bar, not the roadside.
Madam, we wait for a little. I check the fuel out of the reserve tank and we go.
Ah, my friends are waiting for me. Border! Border! Take me to Liver Bar.
Baromario, batwala birisebo kachimana bino, njoke nkutwala embiro ndiyo. Kiro kiro, kiro kire kujane 00. Vetuli bana baje, tutambuza jeje. Tuli bana bamu, dunda wa femu. Generation order, mubagambe order.
Okay, I think that's it, even though the fire is still running. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that. Thank you, Mabel. Now we are moving on to Mazimpaka. Yeah, these are all beautiful mixes.
Don't tell me that your boda has run out of fuel.
Madam, I'm so sorry. You get off the border and I shake the fuel in the reserve tank.
And we just passed by a petrol station.
No.
I just don't understand you, border man.
Madam, things do happen. But don't worry, we are gone.
Look, I don't have time for this. Here, have your money.
But this is just 2,000 shillings. We are going full.
4? Don't be funny. Is this my final destination? Told you I was going to Liver Bar, not the roadside.
Madam, you wait for a little, please. Let me shake the fuel out of the reserve tank and we go. You know this kind of motorcycles.
Look, my friends are waiting for me. Boda.
But please.
Take me to the Liver Bar.
Okay. Thank you, Mazimpaka. Now, next is NASA.
Don't tell me your boat has run out of fuel.
I'm sorry, madam. You get off the boat and we check the fuel in the reserve tank.
We just passed by a petrol station. I don't understand you, border man.
Madam, things happen. But don't worry, we are going.
I don't have time for all this. Here, have your money.
But this is just 2,000 shillings. We agreed 4.
4? Don't be funny. Is this my final destination? I told you I was going to Liver Bar, not the roadside.
Madam, wait for a little. Let me check the fuel in the reserve tank and we'll go.
My friends are waiting for me. Border.
Thank you. Yeah. Next is Sonia.
Don't tell me that your border has run out of fuel.
I'm sorry, madam. You get off the boda and I shake the fuel in the reserve tank.
And we just passed by petrol station. I just don't understand you, brother man.
Madam, things happen, but don't worry, we are going.
I don't have time for this. Here, have your money.
But this is just 2,000 shillings we agreed for.
4. Don't be funny. Is this my final destination? I told you I was going to leave your bar, not the roadside. My friends are waiting for me. Brother! Brother! Take me to leave your bar.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think that's it for now. I only received assignments from just 9 of you. That's Esther Nakare, Gala Gray, Gloria Kutesa, Jasna Kindi Screb. Sorry, excuse, I don't want to butcher a name, so I will excuse myself from that. I don't want to really. Yeah, I'll just go with Jasna Kendik. I will leave the other.
It's okay.
Then Giovanna Bubujuki, then Mebo Ambasize, Mazimpaka Kennedy, and Mwanje Nasa, and Sonia Subutik. That's the only like those are the only projects that we received this side, which means the rest of you didn't send in your assignments, and this actually affects your assessment because we gave you 2 weeks and how many days to work on this, and it's really saddening that as we speak now, almost half of the class didn't send in the assignment. But anyways, we'll see how to do about that. Okay, I think we'll go back. You still have the list. Sorry, do you still have the screen showing what we are going to cover today? Okay.
Yes, we did.
You don't have the screen, so let me share that. Okay. I'm sure you have it now.
Yes, now we do. We do have it now.
Okay, thank you. Thanks to you all for sharing. These are really amazing recordings and mixes. It shows that you took time to do your script analysis, prep the recording, gather your backgrounds and sound effects. This is really impressive. I'm really happy and proud of all of you who bothered to do the assignments. And yeah, it shows some of you called for some external assistance from colleagues to come and act. Others, I think it's only Mebo and Jashna, I think. Jashna or Giovanna, who did the record on their own. I could tell that Mebo, you played both characters, and excuse me, I think it's Jashna, yes, who played.
No, it's Joanna.
It's Joanna, yeah, who played both roles. It's really good. Yeah, trying to show the distinctiveness between the two characters. How you played with backgrounds. Yeah, some of you really did well to balance the mix, having your dialogue be on top, and then the background music effects and the ambiances to be in the background as they have to serve. A few of you, your dialogue was really distant, and sound effects are overlaying, like they are heavier, and the music sometimes it's heavier. Actually, talking of music, thanks. As you do the script analysis, you also need to identify what kind of genre am I dealing with. A few of you really nailed it. You understood that this is a comedy. Yeah, I think it was still Giovanna, I think, who had some really good. Like you took it in the comic angle. Others really did some amazing work when it comes to build up for the scene. We see that where the scene gets tensed, even the music grows and takes us to that direction. Having some sound effects in some areas where there is some tenseness in the performances. That was really amazing. uh, I'm saying, Andrew, you're saying that I sent in mine, but up to now you haven't downloaded it. How did you send this? Did you send it as like to Molika email? Because if it was there, I would have seen it. But to be honest, we actually went through the email an hour ago to make sure that at least we don't leave out anyone who's sent the work. And it's only these 9 emails that we received. The rest of you, please kindly hope reshare it now if you can, so that we can at least play it. Yeah. Yeah, I was still appreciating the works that you did. I use Adobe Audition for recording and editing my sound. Can I be able to achieve the same sound results as show today using only that Oh, sorry, I'm going through the old messages. You sent via WeTransfer. Okay, we'll get it. Let's see if the moment you share it, we'll be able to get it. Okay, thank you. But yeah, this work is really good. It shows that these 10 weeks have been something to your lives and in the world of sound, and you're all impressive. I could tell some mic dynamics in recording, some of you getting closer and far from the mic when you're hitting some lines. That was really good. Yeah, I've talked about the backgrounds. So, thanks to all of you, and we'll always keep in check for any assistance, and we will reach out to each of you individually, inshallah, to give you feedback on your entire scope of work that you sent in. We'll give in that feedback, inshallah. Okay, I think we'll move on. It's excuse me, 34 minutes down the hour, so I'll just run through today's class. And actually, before I do, let me first open this floor. What's your take? What do you think about your recordings and mixes? Let me first open the floor. Any of you to say something?
Yes, I can always break the ice for the conversation, and I think it was everything was really amazing, and I really loved Jovana's work because it was comical, and it was interesting how she used her own voice to to act to both sides, and it's very good. I mean, it was really interesting.
Nice, thank you. Mazimpaka, feedback.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, the work was really. eh, it was not all that easy. It wasn't all that easy, but it was doable. Yeah, the only thing that I had to think of was having each and every sound to be heard, but on different levels, so that we can really understand, have that atmosphere of where these actors are. eh, because the script was telling us the actors, they are in a street. So what happens in a street, I had to think what happens in the street. There is also a guidelines in the street in the script telling us that the sound effects, people, moving cars. At least it had to sound as an exterior scene happening somewhere. So one had also to look for those sounds, the motorcycles. You have to make it. You have to make it hard that it's coming and it's stopping, and another one is coming and it's going away. All that stuff was kind of a little bit hectic, but yes, it was doable. Uh, I didn't mind about the acting. I didn't mind about the acting. My main actor, my main actress was the protagonist was I would say wasn't all that good, but yeah, but she had to come in with the best. But I think I had to yeah, thanks to Adobe Auditions, because I don't know how to use other softwares, but Adobe Audition is good for me in editing things like audios, small things like that. So yeah, that was really good, and I thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for giving us all these classes.
You're welcome. Thanks, Kennedy. And yeah, for this, we weren't really focusing much on the performance and acting as per se. We are really focusing on how you've been able to capture, record, mix, and yeah, give it life. It's just a script on paper, and now we have it like it's breathing. We can tell where they are. Uh, Gloria. Gloria, your comment on the recordings. Okay, maybe I will skip her for now and move on to Esther. Esther. Esther, are you there? Next, I'll move to Andrew Mulagwe. Give us your feedback on what we've listened to.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I think the recordings were fine. I have loved Sam. I actually, it is very unfortunate that my work wasn't, you didn't receive my work, but I think that is okay. In my work, when I was doing my work, I actually missed the part of including music in the background, and I have loved that from the works that we've listened to. I think that was impressive. Generally, I think the people did justice to their assignment.
Okay. Thank you. Mabel?
You're welcome.
And before Mabel come in, Andrew, sorry for that, but we didn't see the email, and we are going to check it out. And yeah.
Yeah, I have actually I've resent an email. I think you will receive it now.
Yes, we'll check it out. Yeah,
Oh,
we've
all right,
received that email. Okay. Mabel?
Okay, that's nice.
Mabel?
Oh yeah, it's my turn. Hello everyone. I hope you're okay. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Well done guys. I liked your works. Really good. I liked, was it Gloria? I don't know. There's someone that really did the balancing quite well. Also my work, about the script, it's evening, people are rushing back home, and I don't know, I don't think all of us have been to Uganda, but those that have been there, those that know Uganda, really can tell the rush hours of going back home, how it's always like with borders and plenty borders. We have plenty here in Uganda. But I enjoy doing the work, and I hope to do more of that kind, because that's what I really like to do. About the music, I don't know. That felt like the right song for me. Because it talks about borders, what. So I felt it was the best choice for me. I enjoyed the process of doing the work. And yeah, that's all I have to say about the work. Nothing much. I didn't really have much to say about that.
Okay. Okay, Andrew, we've received your work. I don't know. You can hear it? Okay. Okay.
Don't tell me that your border has run out of fuel.
I'm sorry, madam. You get off the border and I check the fuel in the reserve tank.
And we just passed by a petrol station. I just don't understand you, Boda man.
Madam, things happen. But don't worry, we are going.
I don't have time for this. Here, have your money.
But this is just 2,000 shillings. We agreed for.
For? Don't be funny. Is this my final destination? I told you I was going to leave a bar, not the roadside.
Madam, you wait a little. Let me shake the fuel out of the reserve tank and we go.
My friends are waiting for me. Bada! Bada! Take me to liver bar.
Okay. Nice. Thank you. Okay. Thanks for that. Now we'll move on to Esther. Yeah, you are going to give us your feedback. You are in a loud place. Sorry. Okay, if you can't comment using audio, type your feedback to the in the comment section. Gloria, if you're there, give us your feedback. Okay, I'll move on to Shukra. Give us your feedback on the recordings.
Good evening, everyone. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, good evening. We can hear you very well.
Okay. Yes, according to what I've heard, everyone did his or her best, because for a beginner, for some people that are just starting, like us and any other, it's just good work. It's really good. It's really good. That's all I can say, because there was balance in everything, the music, the sound effects, the volume, and the focus on the two characters, like the border guy and the passenger. Still, the sound effects, considering what happens on the road, basically evening hours, it has to be busy. The ambience was actually good in most of the people's work. And yes, the adjustment in volumes, they are also very good. That's what I can say about everyone's work. It was just good for a start. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Albert, we now move to you.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on the road. I think I'm just going to type. I'll type.
Okay, thank you. Tara.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I joined a little late. Can you just say what am I supposed to so am I supposed to comment?
We've been giving feedback to the works that we've listened in. Now that we've received Andrews, that makes it 10 projects that we've received. 10 of you have sent in the work, and the rest, I think, 7 of you haven't yet received the assignment. So what we've been doing now is going through the different projects and then giving our reviews on what we felt about the different people's works.
Okay, I didn't hear the projects, are they in the mail, or did you just right now through the call play them?
Okay, we did play some of them, but now that you've missed that session, I'll excuse you and move on to those who were able to listen through to give the feedback, and then we can proceed with the other stuff. Have we covered everybody? Yeah. Um, Maybe I will invite Engineer Manzi to also give his review on what he has listened in, like what you've had.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much. It's very impressive what you guys were able to do. Yeah, of course, there's room to grow for some. I think there's some where mic's distorted, there's where just a few things, but overall, I'm really impressed. And then I saw, I think Mabel, the work she exported was 40 something minutes. So it's one thing that, yeah, also be careful on how you export your work. Things, small little things, but the more you do it, the better you become. And I encourage everyone to keep practicing. I could tell that some really had fun doing it. And I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of everyone. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Yeah.
Okay, thanks to all. Yeah, I've really had fun listening in, like listening through this work that all of you did. Man, it's really impressive. I'm so proud of you. Okay, we will move on to what we have to cover today, where we are basically talking about, to those of you who didn't start with us, we are, today is our last class, and we are looking at how we can help you to get to be on the right track as you enhance your skills on marketing and maintaining the ethical practices through the career. The things that we are to cover today, we were reviewing your sound projects. Now we'll reflect on the knowledge and skills we have developed over the course, and explore tools and strategies for career building. I think it's on this that I will still open the floor for like 15 minutes max, when for each of us to reflect on the knowledge and skills that we've developed over the course of 10 weeks now. Basically 11, even though the 11th week, one of those weeks, we weren't able to run through the class. Yeah. I will open the floor to get reviews from each of you. Yeah, try to reflect on the knowledge and the skills that you've developed over the period of these 10 classes. The floor is open.
Hello.
Yes, Albert.
Yeah. First and foremost, I would like to thank you, the tutors, for the time, and fellow participants for giving in the time. Some of us came we took on this course with an intention, with a direct intention of course improving our ears and productions that we do. And reflecting back on the intention, I feel there's a milestone in doing that. I can give purposely, one of the reasons I think why I've been very active is because I've been running 2 productions, and one of them has just happened in Ginger, where when it came to sound, this time around, it was a different touch. That I worked with another sound engineer, and usually the people we hire for sound, as in the PA system, for them, all they know is just to, blast away. But the review that I got from the audience and the people on the crew is that there was something that was different about the sound in balancing it very well. Though, unfortunately, I didn't have an opportunity to work with the person who was supposed to produce the music. So there was some if I had not gained a skill from here in trying to balance, because some of the tracks were not balanced. They were not mastered. Some were really low, others were really high, and yet they were set like on a strip. So the knowledge that I acquired from this course helped me through to see that actually that would doing it manually on the mixer to try and see the balancing of the sound itself, because it wasn't like throughout music. These were different sounds of birds, sounds of like trucks. So that really, for me, it was very practical. And I would say it is one thing I would be very, very happy about, because I think it takes a lot of practice and also understanding. Unfortunately, this course is very short. I wish we could prolong it and get more engaging, but I mean, you get what you get. But we're very grateful, and I would say, like, now there's even more attention to several things when it comes to sound, like in recordings and all that. So knowing exactly what you want as probably a production director, also it helps a lot. So this course shed more light into digging deeper into that actually this is the kind of sound that I want it to be like this, I want it to be at this level, what kind of microphones to use, what kind of a person that just doesn't give you anything that they want, like in terms of equipment. Knowing what you want like brings out exactly the work that you want to be present, and also you're very proud of what has come out. So really, in fact, I would want to send to you, ISMA, the strip that was done, and then also we can see how to I can get your comment, because I participated onto that. That's why actually I didn't have enough time to to fully engage into the class because of these two productions, but they were part of actually they became my practicals, to say, partly. So thank you very much. I don't know how much I can appreciate it, because if I was to pay for this course, I know it would have cost me a lot of money. But I thank you, and I'm very grateful.
Okay, thank you, Albert, for the review. Yeah, those are really words of encouragement. I'm impressed that you're actually starting to put into practice what we've been learning over the course. We'll move on to the other person who is open to share and reflect on what we've been able to capture during this time. Any other?
Yes, I'll say something.
Yes, Mabel.
We hold timely shows, school plays with some companies called Dynamo Theatre Company. And yes, we had people that worked on sound and I was part of the crew. Only that for me, I was like specifically doing the filling in, the queuing, yes, queuing in music. Okay. And I don't think they are considering ambiances and what. I'm pretty sure that the next time we have these shows, that will be in around Feb or Jan. I'm sure I'll do really good according to what I've gained from the course, especially the ambiances, those mics to use, and I've got to know that it's really important. So when I go back to the shows, to working in the shows, I'll make sure I bring out my all I've gained from this course. So thank you very much for sharing the knowledge. It's not that all people want to share the knowledge, they want to get it and keep it to themselves. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Thanks too for choosing to be part of the classes. Any other?
Yes, thank you so much. First and foremost, I would love to appreciate you, the mentors. Thank you so much for the workshop. It was really inevitable, and I got at least a package. I have a package with me of certain things that I need to be doing on sound. And I'm sure when I just travel into that field of sound, at least I have something that I've gone with. First and foremost, microphones. You know, I used to look at microphones, and I have worked with the microphones because of speaking this and this in events, in seminars. You handle a microphone, but you don't know what it is. But I came to understand the exact thing called a microphone, how to handle it, how to set through it, and how to give it how to make it have those levels. At one point, within the course, I went somewhere, and when I heard the sound, I think the microphone of the speaker was just very close to the lips, and I could hear a very let me call it a very vague sound. The sound that the reception of the sound that we had in the auditorium wasn't really good. And in one of the cinema halls I went to, I don't know if it was because of the movie, and everything was just distorting. It was too noisy. Until when I had to contact one of the technicians around and said, but how is your sound? Can't you really balance the sound? Because we cannot hear. I think we would rather have a very low volume of the film other than having it noisy. It's no longer good sound. It has now become noise. So I've gotten now that experience. I've got that experience of knowing the best sound, the clear sound, the good sound that my ears need to hear and other people's ears need to hear. So when it came to microphones, that is where I really got full knowledge about microphones. Yet one has been going around microphones for years and years, but you don't know the condensers, the dynamics, the use of all those microphones and how they should be separated from the reach of the source of the voice, so all that. So what is remaining now is the skills. And I'm sure the skills will come when we go into practice, when we engage ourselves into practice, into lots and lots of usage of all these gadgets, of the sound, knowing about the mixer and how to balance, to equalize it, all those frequencies. So I thank you so much. The 10 plus, the 10 class program was really good and it was essential. I thank you so much, Mulika Studios.
You are welcome. Thank you, Uncle Kennedy.
One more
Any
thing,
other?
please.
Yes, maybe.
uh, I'm doing a course unit of studio production.
Okay.
And a lot of stuff I've gotten here is helping me. I'm sure when the exam comes, I'm going to score highly because I've gotten a lot from this project, from this course. Thank you very much again.
You are welcome, and we wish you success in those exams. Uh, any other person before
Yes, if
we
I
wrap up
can
to start?
say something.
Yes, just now.
I really feel blessed for your sharing your expertise with us. And I really think that this course was so balanced, yeah, with what I've gotten from it. Like I've learned some basic things about acoustics, about theory. Then there was this practice of DAW management, like Cubase, how we can use it. So it was like theory from the one side and the practice, and I really learned a lot from it. And I can use everything in my projects, personal projects. So I've really begun using it. So I really wanted to thank you. I feel very privileged for being able to take this course, and I think you really gave us a lot, and it was very well organized. And we really, and we learned a lot about the sound for theater specifically, and it's something that I'm really, really interested about very much. So I really feel I've learned a lot in these few weeks that we had here. Thank you.
You are welcome. Thanks too. Do you have any other who wants to reflect? Sonia? Sonia, do you want to say something?
Sorry, I have some technical issue and I'm confused because I find you talking already at 5 o'clock. So I guess you start earlier. I didn't get any notification.
Sorry about that.
So you start earlier.
Yes, we already started at 6, which is 5 on your side. Yeah, we
No, it's
started
4.
by listening through the different projects that each of you recorded.
I
We
hope.
went in to have feedback on those recordings, and now what we are doing is reflecting on the knowledge and skills we have developed over the course of the 10 weeks classes that we've had. Everyone is giving their feedback on what they've learned and how they are applying their skills.
Okay. I have a very nice experience on this course. I already told that it was I won't say too much, but very much for me to come in this course. But I'm very satisfied, and I guess my work is not good because I didn't have proper equipment to use. But I manage something. I use IE. I don't know if you IE. I mean artificial intelligence. Possibility, and I don't know. I guess you notice, and my acting was very bad because I record myself. But what I'm very satisfied is that I managed to put all that parts together, and although I realized it was so loud. Lately, someone talk about that noise that occur when sound is very loud. I experienced that, but I left it like that. And I'm very sorry I didn't hear. I hope I will see the record of others' work. And it was very, very nice for me to work on that assignment and on this course. I learned a lot. I had opportunity before many years to work in a radio station, and then I heard for first time that ear, how important is ear. I don't have that ear, but I have some psychological idea how I can make research in this field, and maybe I will contact you about that. And thank you very much to you and to other professor also. Thank you. I will try to make my video working. I'm sorry for talking like this. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. It's okay. There isn't any other negative thing that you've really mentioned that is out of context. Yeah. I'm really happy that all of you are learning a thing or two from these classes. I think I will have two more people giving their reflections, and then, yeah, we move on to today's coverage. Do you have any other person who wants to comment? Andrew, Andrew, do you have something to say?
Well, right now I'm having some work I'm doing on a certain theater. I'm actually at Batty Valley Theater filming some show. So I think I won't be able to give in my submission right now.
Okay. Thank you.
welcome.
Any other? Okay. Thank you, Gloria. I've read your comment in the chat. Okay. I will move on to cover what we had to cover today. Next is we will explore tools and strategies for career building, and also discuss ethics and integrity as ethical traits for success. Okay. Staying ahead through research. As we wrap up the course, I will really beg of you that you keep researching and reading more about sound, basing on what you're really interested in. If you're interested in recording, read more about recording. If you're interested in about music, for theater or film, really take time and read more about that. If you're interested in Foley creation, sound design, and so editing and so on, take time, research, and get to know more about that. Research helps you to stay updated on new technologies and trends and the best practices. Research shapes you, because every day that if something comes out, you'll be really up to speed because you keep learning about the craft. As you research, you can use tools like YouTube YouTube is another. I have a friend who says that I don't suffer. I have my main university, which is YouTube. I have a few filmmaker friends who have learned everything about the craft from YouTube. They have mentors, but YouTube has been their main thing. So visit sites like Audio University, Sound on Sound, Pro Sound Effects, and audio technologies, and so on. Visit these different YouTube channels, read a thing or two to keep learning about the craft. Then take time and join some forums about sound. There are different forums on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, or call it Twitter. There are so many forums. Join these forums and follow what they have in the chat. Read the different blogs to connect with the different communities, and also to learn a thing or two from what these audio engineers or audio lovers write about. Okay, read, keep reading. Okay, then take time to do some case studies from different productions that you think that, oh, this production was really good. Take time and learn something from them. Learn from the good things that the production had, and also learn from the bad that the production had. Even your individual products, for instance, these projects that you just recorded, use them as case studies. Learn from your mistakes, learn from what you've done right, and see how can you do it better. Okay, learn from the different audios that you've heard from your friends. Keep learning. Even our mistakes are our study grounds. Investigate how a sound designer handles challenges in a well-known theater production. How do different sound engineers go about troubleshooting and problem solving, situational management, and so on. Okay, let's keep learning. This being our last class doesn't mean that it should be your last time to interact with sound. Keep learning something new. Okay, and by the way, it's on that same note that I will say we will be open to receive emails so that we can interact. You can keep checking out us on Molika, and yeah, we'll be able to respond to your concerns and see how to go about that. Learning from experts. Get mentors, or if you see someone. By the way, sometimes we even learn from our students. So be able to learn from anyone, okay? But mainly the expert or the people you believe that they are doing really right. Apprenticeships are a great way to gain hands-on experience. You can't sometimes learn everything to the dot until when you decide to practice and experiment it. If someone is okay to give you space and come practice with them when they're working on something, take it. Sometimes we might be overtaken with the thought of, yeah, I need to focus on money first. How much are they paying me? How much am I earning from this project? And we forget about the beauty of knowledge acquisition. Personally, where I started doing sound, the set where I learned sound from, main sound recording for film, I'd gone to do production work. I was a production assistant then. But then I happened to get the opportunity to learn from the friend then, who is Kasozi. I learned, and it's something that I'm still using, that it's paying bills. I wasn't focusing on how much I was doing then, like going to earn from that. But I accepted to learn from him, not thinking about the monetary returns. Money will always come in if you do it right. People will pay you the right amount. Okay? When you take on apprenticeships, one, you'll have access to real world challenges. You're learning from the best, so they will be able to guide you, one from their past experiences or even on-site experiences. A problem comes and you're assessing it as a team. You're there to be part of the problem solving, and you're learning. Okay? It builds your professional network. Personally, I've been employed by people because they've seen me associate with their fellows who happen to be my mentors. People can trust me easily because they know, oh, if so and so can trust ISMA, then I can also trust them. You're sharing the same professional creative space with this mentor that you're, or whichever company that you've decided to do apprenticeship from. The people that associate with that brand will also later associate with you. Those will be your first contacts for work or recommendation points. They might not employ you, but they might recommend you. Okay? Where you can go for these forms of apprenticeship opportunities, go out to these local theater spaces in your community or any other performance spaces. It might not be theater. If you're interested in recording, can you visit a studio nearby? Befriend them and then make sure that you interact, learn something. Tell them that I'm interested in learning ABCD. Am I allowed to be in your space to practice? Okay? Don't fear to reach out. Then reach out to your hobbies, or like you have colleagues that you've studied with over the years. Can you use them as your point of contact to be able to practice? You know someone who you studied with who is doing the same thing that you might be interested in, like taking on. Can you reach out to them and ask them, how can I be helped? I want to learn this. Not everyone is selfish. Some people want to share the knowledge, but they won't be able to know until when you reach out and let them know what your interests are. Then sign in to the different online platforms that are talking about what you really want to learn about. Okay? We are still covering learning anytime, anywhere. Keep learning anywhere. Visit, we've said, YouTube offers free, diverse content. Some of the recommendations that you can search on YouTube, go and search anything about sound design. There are tutorials online. Okay? Watch interviews. They are posted. You can just Google and search interviews by sound designers or sound mentors. or anything that is related to something that you might be interested in knowing about sound. Search about that. It will be provided. Okay? It's there online somewhere. It might be an interview of 20 minutes, 2 hours, and so on. But in those 20 minutes, there is that 1 or 3 minutes that you'll be able to learn something from. Keep learning from this. Then also learn something about gear reviews. Most of these things that we use, the headphones, microphones, laptops, softwares, and so on, they have reviews online. People talking about how good they are and how bad they are. Before you buy something, read about that product in the reviews. Watch someone giving their review on that. Okay? Master classes will provide you with advanced and structured learning templates. Like this is a master class. You've been able to learn about the craft over these, the course of the 10 classes. You've learned something. So if you hear of any master class, it can be a 1-day master class, 3 days, 2 weeks, months, and so on. Take on if you can, if they are free, sign for them, learn. If they are to pay for and you can afford, if you really feel like they will add something, apply. Pay that money. It will give you some good results. You can check out on platforms like Masterclass, Sound Gym, and LinkedIn Learning. You can keep checking, look out for all the learning opportunities that you might be able to come across. Keep learning, keep learning. Let this not be the last time that you're interacting with anything to do with sound. Keep learning. We are also still learning. Even though now we are the mentors and people teaching you in audio, we are still learning. We keep reading almost on a daily. Okay? Just like instrumentalists wake up and practice that instrument for whichever number of hours or minutes in a day. Just like athletes go to the field and run, practice, make sure that their bodies are ready for the fight when it comes to them playing, be it football, tennis, ladies, and so on. It should be the same thing. As a sound engineer, keep practicing, keep reading. That's how you'll be able to shape your craft. Okay? Build your knowledge. Make sure that you read something about sound design. Some of the books that you can read, there is The Expressive Power of Music, Voice, and Sound Effects in Cinema by David Sonnenscheid. I won't murder that person's name, so I'll excuse myself from reading that other second name. I'll just keep on David. Yes, it's talking about sound design for cinema, but you can use the same knowledge and information from cinema to theater. These things are not so different. The difference is in theater will be live, cinema will be worked on, and it's just the visuals and audio. But it can be the same case with theater. You prep your design works early, and then you come and showcase them as the actors are doing it live, you're also doing your cues that you prepped earlier. You're doing the music that you wrote and produced earlier. So it's the same information, you just need to see the applicability of this. Uh, then you can read the soundscape by uh, Mora Scaffer. You can read sound design in the theater by John A. Leonard. And also keep visiting different online platforms for reviews and recommendation. You can check on Goodreads, you can check on Amazon. There are quite a number of books about sound. Keep reading. Some are just talking about recording, some are talking about microphones, only that. Some are talking about DAWs, some are talking about music composition. So read. Having an idea on these different things, even though you're not really a master in that, helps you. For instance, I'm not a master in music production, but I know something about music production. You can also read. There is the recording engineer's handbook, the mixing engineer's handbook. You can get these different books, recording softwares and plugins. They are different books that you can get. Some are in hard copies, others are just soft copies. So keep researching and get to know about the different books that you can use in this craft. Okay. uh, Real world experience is invaluable. Volunteer. Okay. The only way we can craft our practice is by keep making sure that we do what we've learned. I'll be able to know more about miking because I experiment on a daily, different miking positions. I do experiment on which mic works better in what situation. A man is able to navigate through these different DAWs with ease because every day is roving through different DAW softwares. Okay, so he's doing it. So even you'll be able to shape and craft this by experimenting. Find venues where you can volunteer. They might be worried, oh, we don't have transport for you, we don't have ABCD to facilitate you. Tell them it's okay. You know you're the secret. You're coming in to experiment. This is a space for you to practice. You're looking further than this upkeep they want to facilitate. If they are not willing to spend that upkeep on you, you know that you're shaping your profession. Okay. Collaborate with peers and your friends. You have a friend who has a theater production. Are you able to just go and tell them that it's okay, I'll be on board? But you know that you want to practice. And also you know that by doing that particular job, you are adding that to your CV. Your CV is growing, but also you're learning from, your mistakes. You're learning from those mistakes that you're doing. If, for instance, you didn't record that radio drama, if you didn't dare to record and do the mixing, sit down, search for the sound effects, search for the music, you wouldn't get that experience. You wouldn't learn from the mistakes that you've done. But the fact that you've been able to experiment it, it's shaping you in a different way. Okay? And actually, our next point is experiment with gear. To those of you who are interested in editing and sound design, experiment more with these different softwares that are going to help you in doing the design, in the edit, putting together your sound effects, cleaning that voice that you're using as a voiceover in the production, recording that voice. Experiment with your different gears. It can be the phone that you're using now. Experiment how best can you capture good audio with that phone. Okay? That's the gear that you have for now. Learn whatever you have access to with all the energy you have so that you really nail everything. Start small and learn from every project. I usually say learn from every mistake and good thing you've done. Don't forget your past. Our past has shaped us. We are because of what we've gone through in the past. One of the reasons as to why I dared to be a good sound engineer is because everyone thought that I couldn't. And I was like, yeah, that was a stepping. If I got demoralized because of that one project that I messed up on, maybe I wouldn't be here teaching you, sharing a skill with you. Okay, let's learn from every situation that we go through. Then, but we need to embrace technology. The world is evolving every minute, every day. Something new is being developed in terms of technology. AI is taking over. AI tools can be of great assistance, okay? It can be of great assistance. Let's embrace it, that it's here. It's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. But how are we coexisting in this space? How are we utilizing it to ease our life, okay? It can be used in sound editing, and actually, yeah, one of you just gave a testimony that she used AI to edit the work. AI can be used in creating effects and virtual instruments. AI can be used in so many things. So let's embrace this. Some of the AI tools we have Adobe Enhancer, Laundry, and RX by Isotope. All these different plugins have AI in them, and yeah, they are easing life if you learn how to use them. Though one thing we should remember, do not let AI replace creativity, but rather use it to enhance your creativity. Don't let it do everything for you. In other words, don't become lazy because AI is there. There is something unique with human interaction with whatever we create. If it's just computer generated, you feel it's being plastic. You feel like you read or you listen to something and you feel like, no, there is something missing. It's because we miss the soul of a human being. Okay? It's like preparing something when your soul is not there. Even if it's tea, if you're just making that tea you've not taken the time to think of what spices that you're going to use to make that tea special, you won't enjoy it. You will take that tea, but it will be for formality, because your humanity is not involved in the creation. Let AI not replace your creativity as a sound engineer. Let it just enhance your creativity. Okay? You will need to define your professional identity. How do people know you? Okay? Create your brand. How do people know you? One, choose a name that reflects your style. Some people don't want to go by their names in the profession world. But does the name you choose reflect your craft? Okay? Is it relatable? When someone hears that name, can they identify what you do? Then, can you develop a logo or something that can visually identify with you? Like, if someone sees that logo, they know, oh, it's this person. Can you do that? Okay. One of these examples here we have is SMO. SMO is my nickname, which means sound man or mumpy. Or mumpy means short. So in simple terms, this is the short sound man. It's relatable. If someone hears that sound man or mumpy, definitely they know that I'm connected to sound. Okay? And I have a logo for this. It's written in a wave form. So if someone looks at my logo, they'll know this is a wave bar. So besides it having the word sound, I also have the wave bar in my logo. Someone can easily relate to that. Okay? And then, how are you using this name across your social handles? Are your social handles that clear to define what you do? If someone runs through your Instagram, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Twitter, can they identify that, oh, this person is a sound engineer, this person is a music producer, this person is doing a graphic designer? Do your social handles show that? Are they clear enough for the person to know when they look at your social handles? Okay? Then you need to craft your resume or CV. Highlight your skills when you're writing your CV. Highlight your skills. They should be clear. Highlight the projects that you've been part of. Highlight your achievements. What kind of awards have you won? What kind of awards have you been nominated into? Okay? What's your academic background? Even if it's not related to what you're doing now, but can someone get to know what kind of skills you have? What did you study in the past? Like, yeah, fine, I studied drama and film, and sound is covered in that, but I don't shy away from telling people that sound wasn't my major. I majored in directing and production management. Okay? Can someone get to know what you studied? Then keep it concise and tailored to each job. Sometimes you might need to keep editing your CV to fit the kind of job that you are going to apply for. What is this? What is the purpose? Why does this person need your CV? What kind of job are you going to get? There are some times when I need, like, I delete some projects off my CV because I know if I share it with that CV, this project was too big, sometimes it might compromise what this client might give me. They might fear to work with me because I have a big profile. Or I need to put these big projects at the forefront so that the person who is reading sees that I've been part of these big projects, so they will easily trust me. Can you tailor your CV to fit that? Then some of the common mistakes that we have, let's avoid the typos, then irrelevant information, then and poor formatting. Like the format in the wording when we are typing. Can we arrange our CV to be neat? When someone looks at it, they appreciate that, oh, this person is organized and professional. Okay? Irrelevant information. There are certain things that you don't need to mention. I'll use an example of myself. If I'm applying for a sound job, why should I mention that, oh, I have experience in directing, I have experience in lighting? It's not relevant at that point. I'll mention it when I'm contacted for a production job. If they need me to come on board as a production manager, that's when I'll mention that, I have background in production management, I have background in lighting, I have background in sound, I have background in directing, because as a production manager, it requires me to have, like, know something about these different departments. If it's just sound, I don't need to say all that. I'll just focus on what I need to really focus on. Okay? Let your CVs focus according to what you're applying for. Building your online presence. First of all, do you have a social handle? Do you have a platform where someone can easily run to and they look at that platform and say, oh, personally, I've got a job from social media. So I want, and it was really good. Not one, not two. So can you have your an Instagram page, a Facebook page, a TikTok page, YouTube, LinkedIn, and so on? can you have these different, like at least one platform? I won't say that I'm on every platform. Even to those that I'm part of, I don't have strength to run all of them. But at least can you have one which is really clear? For instance, me, I rely more on my Instagram. It's clear. And now I linked it that when I post something on Instagram, it goes on my Facebook as well. Okay? So let's have everything really clear. Create something. LinkedIn, then LinkedIn is another platform for professional networking. It has people go there to really know who is good in which department. Okay. On these platforms, can you share some of your work experiences? Let's say behind the scenes of you working on something. When you visit my Instagram, at least I share photos of me practicing sound recording. Okay? You can check it out, SSMUJJU ISIMA. Those are my username. The way I usually sign, the way you have them on these documents. It's not the perfect one, but yeah, you can always seek for assistance from experienced social media handlers. If you have a friend, ask for assistance to guide you in how you can go about that. Then can you share your milestones and achievements? If you've been nominated in a particular award, if you've won a particular award, any achievement, can you share it on your social handles so that the public gets to know? People want to associate with those who are doing great. So share your milestones. There will be sources of you getting something big. You never know. Then showcasing your work professionally. Do you have an email account? First of all, I know all of you have. And how do you respond to emails? Do you write professional, like, can you write a professional email? Address it professional and respond promptly. Not you receiving an email today and then you'll open it a week after or two. Can you check your emails oftenly? Because some emails need that urgent response. Someone might send you an email, and because you use that, I check my emails every after, like over the weekend. It's an emergency. Someone needs you to come for work or confirm you for work. You might need to travel somewhere, and you have to cover certain things before time goes. And because you respond to emails over the weekend, by the time the weekend comes, that opportunity has passed on. Okay? Do you have a website if you can manage one? And how is it packaged? Can you include your bio, your portfolio, and contact information on that website? Do you have a Vimeo account? Vimeo is used for to showcase projects with high quality audio and visuals. But it's a link that you can easily share with someone, and they go and see your works. Do you post your works on a YouTube channel that you can share that link for someone to go and check out your works? Okay? Then honestly, and in our professional practice, One, be upfront about limitations in knowledge or like equipment. If you don't know something, be honest that I don't know how to use this software. Even the person you work with will trust you more. If they have brought a mixer and you're not familiar about it, be honest. If you don't understand something, be honest. You can only be helped if you've been honest and mentioned that I don't know this thing, than you being bored and say, I'll do it. And then you miss. Someone might never trust you again, because in the long run you've spoiled the equipment. Okay? Be honest. If you don't know something, mention it so that you can be assisted. Actually, someone will trust you more because you're honest. When it comes to scheduling and you have like conflicting schedules, you've already confirmed for a project that will be running next week, but then today evening you receive a phone call and it's a juicier offer that is colliding with something that you're already committed to for next week. Can you be honest enough to share with that person who is contacting you last that, oh, yes, thanks for thinking about me, but I'd confirmed something around that time. Is it okay? Is it something that is flexible that we can adjust and I do it after this? Or can I recommend someone if it's something that is not flexible? Sometimes because you've said the truth, the person might be able to adjust their schedules because they want to work with you specifically. They'll be like, oh, okay, if you're busy on Wednesday, how about Thursday or Friday? They will adjust if they can. Than you accepting, and then you have these two projects conflicting. You won't serve any of them equally, and in the long run you lose both clients. Okay? Then budget constraints. If something is not really worth, like you know that the budget is compromised, can you mention it? That yes, my producer, you want these good things, but we can't achieve them with this kind of budget. The kind of budget that we have can only be able to provide this and that. Can you mention it? Than you saying that, it's okay, yes, we'll do it. And then you do the opposite because you aren't bold enough to mention that the budget they are providing can't build the heaven they want to see. And you accept that, yeah, I'll be able to give you the heaven. But when it comes to the D-Day, you bring hell. Can you be honest to mention if you have unfavorable work, you are in that unfavorable working environment or condition? Mention it that I'm not okay with this and that. People will respect you more because they know that you are straightforward. What doesn't work for you doesn't work. You mentioned it. And can you also be able to respect that when people mention the same to you? Okay? Build trust by prioritizing integrity. Integrity is really key. Integrity is really key. Okay? We should respect that because it's one of a a key determinant in our craft. Keep learning and adapting. Okay, learn, practice, and learn. Learn, practice, and learn. I have a reason why I'm mentioning it like that. After learning something, practice it and learn from this practice. Okay, learn from the practice and what you learned. So keep learning. Build genuine connections. Yeah, connect with the people who will help you shape your career. It might not be shaping it financially, but sometimes it's something that is shaping it, your career morally or skill-wise. Okay, keep building those genuine connections. Then stay ethical and reliable. Stay ethical and reliable. People can only trust you with so many job opportunities if they know that you are reliable and trustworthy. Okay. Yeah, I will open the floor for questions and us reflecting on the activity. And so, what's your next step in sound design?
I have a question.
Yes, Yasna. Is
I
it
am
Sonia or Yasna?
Yasna.
Yeah, okay.
I have very good experience with LinkedIn, and as a professional translator, I actually gained a lot of clients through LinkedIn, so I can recommend it for professional networking. And I was wondering, music and creativity and theater is something in Serbia that I'm doing as my hobby, and actually didn't have the experience of earning much through it. So I was wondering the next thing. What would you suggest? Maybe I would like to, for example, focus on sound design and production. And I would like to open an account on LinkedIn, for example. But my name is already occupied. So do you suggest me to invent, as you have just said, some kind of an alias or some other name for sound design that I could go under and maybe go on that road of professional doing of sound design?
Thank you. You can just, I'll just create something and say, just now audio solution, or just now sounds, something like that, and then you can easily link that to your account, your other old account, so that you get people will be able to know that it's Jasna and she's now dealing in this. Okay.
Thank you.
Another, and thanks for showing interest and coming for these classes.
Thank you a lot.
Any other person who has questions or anything to reflect on? we don't have any questions. Okay. Thank you everyone for taking time to be part of these classes for the period of these 10 weeks. I hope that you've all learned something according to your testimonies. You've all learned something. We are really very, very grateful. Thanks to MASHIRIKA for trusting us to come and take on these classes, and also big thanks to the Spectacolo project for creating these opportunities for people to learn. We look forward to sharing more information and skills with all of you. You can always reach out via email, and yeah, we'll respond. Mazimpaka, you have a concern?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Sorry. Since we started, I always wanted to ask this question, but I thought I kept holding it, maybe thinking that you might talk about it. It's just only one question I would love to ask and hear from you. We didn't hear anything about the placement of speakers. If the placement of speakers in a room, does it also contribute to a better sound, the way you place speakers?
Oh yes, I think we mentioned we hinted on that in one of the classes. I don't recall which one specifically, but yeah, definitely where you position the speakers will affect the output. Uh, Better to, with the systems that we have, to go stereo, to have speakers placed left and right of the your what you take to be your face of the event or the auditorium. Have that. And if it's a big space, you should definitely add in some other extended speakers to counterattack the dead spots. Maybe mid of the venue, like halfway the venue, place other external speakers. And best practice is, if whatever you do to the right, do the same to the left. If you had a speaker somewhere in the middle on the left side, add another speaker on the right side. Okay, so definitely where you place
What
that
would
speaker.
Okay.
Yes,
What would you do if you have got only one set of speakers, only one set in a room? How would you set your speakers? Is it up front or in the sides? For example, there are only two speakers that you have in a room. For the best reception of the sound, where would you place them? How would you place it? Is it up front or in the middle of the hall or the auditorium?
Let me pass that on to
my brother Emanzi
to take it on, but definitely fun.
Yeah, so there's a reason we call them front of house. So placing them in front is the solution to the problem. Like, you want to place these speakers right in just after the stage, in front of the stage, so that the first person can hear the sound, and then direct those speakers so that they can cover the whole area. Usually you point them towards the center so that they can cover the whole space. Although this cannot work if the hall, let's say, is too wide and the speakers are so far apart. So you would need to have enough speakers. If the space is big, you need more speakers. If you have few speakers, place them still together and make sure that once you've placed, play sound from each speaker and move around the place and see how much the sound is, where the sound is loud, where the sound is soft, because you'll obviously have dead spots. So you want to keep adjusting them. So arrive early on the venue, place the speakers in front, and then keep moving them either towards left, panning them, and move around the hall until you make sure that you are able to hear sound from one speaker at a time. So play sound, let's say from the left speaker, and move around the hall and see how far it is covering, and then mute that one and play it on the other side, and then play them both and move around to identify dead spots. If you identify a dead spot, chances are you need an enhancement system or like another speaker on that dead spot to kind of help. And then if the hole is too long, after, let's say like you have 15-inch speakers, if you're, let's say about 100 meters, you'll have a delay in sound. So you need to place speakers after 100 meters and apply a delay on those speakers, because now people after that 100 meters, they will hear sound later than the people who are in the front. So it's a whole course in speaker placement, and there's software that can actually help. I don't remember the names off my head, but maybe I can send you an email about some of the softwares that engineers use to emulate the space. You have the dimensions of the space, you put them in, and it will let you know. You also put in the speakers you have and the size of the speakers and the type model, and then they will be able to tell you where dead spots are, or if the sound is going to be able to cover the whole space. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Eman.
Thank
Thank you,
Thank you
Mr.
so much,
Manzi.
man.
To add on that, why say that the speakers should be just in front of the stage? This is to help you not have feedback. Because remember, on the stage, you have these microphones really pushed heavy, and remember, you will have your output of the house or front of house speakers really loud. You might push that microphone so heavy in the speaker. So if these front of house speakers are just behind the performer, that means that you'll have feedback issues. So find time, learn something about speaker placement. There are tutorials online and they'll be really helpful. Any other person who has a comment or submission?
Yeah, maybe about that. Check out Dave Rat's channel on YouTube. I think he addresses that issue. Dave Rat. DAVERAT. Let me type it.
Okay, any other person with a point of reflection or question? Okay, and the silence means maybe we are all okay. We have no other question. I would just say thank you to each and every one of you for taking time to be part of these classes. We really appreciate. Yeah, and thanks to my brother Emanzi for taking on the classes as well, and thanks to me for also taking on the classes. until we meet, let's keep in touch. Our email is open in case of any inquiries. Yeah, and sometimes we have some classes that will be running. We'll be communicating. You can keep checking our website at www.mulikastudios.com. You can always get more information from there. Stay blessed. Bye bye. Be great sound engineers out there. Change the world.